Let's get more on the markets now. Richard Perry joins us from London. He's an analyst at Hantec Markets. Good to have you back on the program, Richard. Let's start with the new round of trade talks, which are about to kick off in Washington. Why are investors a little excited about these rounds?
Well, for the last few weeks, we haven't really had a great deal of traction out of these talks. The news flow has been fairly muted, but last week we saw China suggesting there was new progress being made, and yesterday Larry Kudlow, the economic advisor to the White House, suggested that they were really starting to move the talks forward. And it seems as though that given the fact that a report in the Financial Times suggested that they're pretty much just going back and forth around the translation of the deal between English and Chinese, I think that would suggest we are getting close. Now, there are sticking points still to be ironed out, and I think that the Chinese continue to want no tariffs put on their goods from the US side, and also the US want to be able to police the deal and be able to impose some tariffs unilaterally on China without reciprocated tariffs being put back on them if China doesn't respond to the deal. So I think that there is still progress to be made, but it's important to see that this is positive for risk appetite, and you can see that reaction through markets today.
Turning to Brexit now, Prime Minister Theresa May says she'll be looking for another delay to Article 50 in the hopes of perhaps reaching some sort of a compromise with opposition lawmakers. How are the markets reacting to that development?
Well, what we've seen is the response being sterling is stronger. Now, the reason behind that is it sort of infers that we're going to be moving towards a softer Brexit than possibly could be happening at the moment, because with the paralysis that we've got in Parliament, if this continues, it could potentially be going out for a no deal, especially if President Macron doesn't allow the extension of Article 50. So this is important because it brings the two leaders together. Now, political implications of this could be huge, because it would certainly anger the Conservative backbenchers on Mrs May's party, and that could potentially even tear the Conservative Party apart in the medium term. So how this deal plays out is really going to be very important for markets. At the moment, sterling is positive on the back of this move towards a possible customs union, but how the uncertainty prevails, I think, will be interesting in the coming weeks.
Yes, still a long way to go. Richard Perry in London, thank you as always.